Yeah, we want to see your tits.
I covered mine up today.
So did I.
What can you say?
If you don't have any friends, you can still walk outside and someone is going to smile at you and say hello. You still have human interaction.
Yeah, we all listen to Serial.
Yeah. Oh, he likes The Apprentice too.
Such a wide range of interests.
I know.
Oh, it'll contain beef jerky and podcasts.
She was in the house,
Yeah,
so I mean, if she was there longer, God knows what else she would have done.
It definitely would have been good. Let's see, I had another question, and so Johnny, you know it's coming. Gonna have to bring up Kevin.
Heavy webby.
What I'm doing is I'm trying to fundraise as well. So it's great. It's amazing.
Will you be participating in the lip sync battle that I heard is going down?
Well, I haven't signed up for it.
Coaches out tomorrow night when they're actually competing for HOH.
Yeah, or put
not.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been a perfect time. That would have been a perfect time for it.
Because then they come in and they're seeing the extra couch and they're like,
Right.
what's going on?
It's a great call. You're really on this stuff, Jordan. You need to get in there.
But
Welcome to the Fallout Live BB Camp 5 edition. I'm Jordan Legacy. Who's joining me tonight? Our new panel, Bobby and Matt. Introduce yourselves. Starting with Matt, I guess.
Hey guys, I'm Matt. I am 29. I live in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And I'm a huge Big Brother super fan, so I'm pretty excited to be in this panel and dish out all the dirt on the Housecast.
Bobby?
I'm Bobby. I'm super excited to be here. I'm a Big Brother Canada super fan. And yeah, ready.
So this is episode 1, and we're going to discuss the 16 brand new housemates. Well, maybe not brand new completely, but
50%.
50% of them are. Do you guys want to start with vets, or do you want to give the newbies a go first?
Let's go with the vets, the veterans.
Okay, veterans it is. I guess this is this. I don't know. Screen sharing. Hopefully everyone can see my screen. Here we go. Huskus number 1. I'll let him introduce himself.
I'm back, bitches. My name is Gary Extraordinary. I'm 25 years old. I'm the perfect person to have a second chance because basically I've already won Big Brother. I made it to final 2. All the jurors voted in my favor. There was one faulty vote.
Topaz has voted for Jillian.
No, wait a minute. Someone switched it. Don't do this to me.
No one switched it.
Don't do
These
this
are
to
the
me.
votes. I'm so sorry, Topaz.
No.
Congratulations, Jillian. I worked so hard to get to the end, and I didn't get the cake. I just got to lick the icing. I want the cake. The whole cake. In my season, I was a competition beast.
Congratulations.
You have won
The final HOH.
The low light of the season was being on Sloth.
Gary, you got to do it, baby. Sorry.
I hate Sloth.
My life is gourmet. I make nice dinners for myself.
My life is still gourmet and will always be gourmet. Hi, Canada. It's Zoe Winber. In season 1, my goal was to represent people who looked like me, who saw themselves in me.
Every single girl and boy and girly boy in Canada who didn't think you're a winner, you can't be a winner.
This time around, Canada knows who I am. We're well acquainted. I want the coin. I'm going to have fun, obviously, but the fun is going to be infused with strategy. Tell those bitches I'm coming to play. You know it's serious when you pound your fist.
All right. What does Gary have to do this time around to last?
I
You should be able to see me now. Did we get that? What does Gary have to do around this time? What are our thoughts?
I think that, I feel like Gary's probably going to play the same game he played the first time around. He's too much of himself to change too much, so I feel like he will go in and be the social butterfly that he was before. I think that he'll probably bounce back and forth between the noobs and the vets just because he's more of the social person. So, I don't know. I feel like I think he'll do well. I think that they're going to be stronger and bigger targets in the first few weeks. So I feel like he'll last a bit longer than he did in the first season before he was returned.
That's the thing. Like, he had to return the first season to get to the end. He wasn't there all the time. He had a bit of a break in between.
That's right.
So I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I also feel like it's a mix of people that should be all-stars and then some people that don't even really deserve to get that second chance in my eyes. And we're going to talk about that a little more. But, Bobby, thoughts on Gary?
I feel like he's going to play the same type of game that he did the first time. I feel like it's not going to be very different. I feel like he will barely make jury. I feel like he will be one of the first people in jury. But yeah, I don't think people will see him as a target at the beginning, so there's no reason to go after him at the beginning.
Do you think the vets are going to team up?
I feel like in order for a vet to win this season,
they have to.
Majority of the jury has to be vets.
Yeah.
I feel strongly that it's going to end up being just like the last season of Big Brother, where the vets and the noobs kind of align separately. In this season specifically, with there being so many vets, I feel like they know that they're going to go in. The newbies are going to be targeting them first because they're strong. They know how they play the game already. So I feel like a lot of the newbies are going to try to get the vets out, which means that they're going to have to work twice as hard to stay in the game longer.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I mean, the vets have it in for them. A lot of the vets too, they all have the pre-existing relationship that you build after the game.
Yes.
So I think that's going to play a little bit into a factor. But there was one vet in particular that wasn't all that impressed about having to, she was like, I don't want to see any more vets besides me. So maybe we will see a more even game where everyone is a little more on the even playing field. But that being said, there's two or three vets that placed Final Four.
Yes.
So that's a target in itself. Let's meet vet number 2. 1 second. I'm pushing the wrong buttons. Screen share. Screen share. Okay. This vet is buffering.
I am unemotional, I'm cutthroat, and I will do anything to win. Guess who? My name's Netta Kalantar from Vancouver, BC. I'm 25, and I was on Season 2 of Big Brother Canada. I came in 3rd place on my season.
I choose to evict Netta.
Oh, this is literally the worst moment of my life. I mean, he did play the best game, but it was just my game.
Other than evicting me, what moves did you make that were solely your own decision and not mine?
I deserve a second chance because I trained John. He won because of me. So I deserve to win this time. This is my chance.
Oh my god.
Love you.
Love you.
I fell in love with John in the house. I did. I didn't realize it until I left the house that that's what I was feeling in there because I was so game mode and I was trying not to consider my feelings at all. But when we left, we knew that's what had happened. John and I started dating about a month after season 2, after he cut me and ruined all my hopes and dreams. But I forgave him. We actually moved in together, lived together for about a year and a half, got a cat, got a dog, broke up. He got the dog, I got the cat.
Canada, cheers.
Choke on it. I want to be known as one of the best Big Brother players to have ever played the game. It's a complete uphill battle this time around, and if I do make it to the end, it's going to prove how great of a game player I am. I'm going to win this time. Last time I wanted to be nice, and I still came out looking like a bitch, so this time I'm just going to be a bitch.
This time she's going to be a bitch.
Netta, 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 netta.
What can be said about Netta?
Can I start this one off?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I am a huge fan of Netta's game. I thought she played brilliantly in her season, and I think this time around it'll be a little bit different for Netta. Netta's she's known for her game at this point, and everyone knows how she's playing. So I feel like she, out of everyone in that house, is going to have the hardest time at the very beginning.
You think she's got that target on her back right away?
Right away. I feel like she's not going to throw anything. She's going to go every single round to win, because she knows going in this game she's going to be the biggest target. After her gameplay for season 2, and everyone's seeing and knowing how she plays the game now, nothing is everything's out in the open. So everyone knows what Netta's like. So I don't know if she's going to change her gameplay. I think she'll probably still play the same game she played before, because, I mean, at this point, I think it's too late. It's too far gone for her. She can't change. She's not going to get any worse than she played the first game. I just don't see her making it that far because of her being such a grand target.
And like she said, now she's turning up the bitch.
Yeah. The only thing that she's got going for her right now, in terms of, her being such a great player in the past, is that they've got a lot of hotheads going in there as well. So if she can stay under the radar, keep calm, cool, and collected, and let the Simis and Ikas battle it out with, their sass, she might be able to stay.
Does anyone get that vibe that she is going to be one of those players of this season that is going to play way too hard at the very beginning?
Way too hard, way too fast, and I think she may end up in another showmance.
I think that'd be interesting. I think she has a way higher opinion of herself this season. I think that she's going in a lot more confident, and I think that's going to get in the way of her actually thinking about the game in general.
Yeah, because when she played last time around, it was more under the radar, and I don't think she was confident enough in her game, because if she was, she would have won that final HOH and took John out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Netta. I mean, I like her as a person, but as a game player, I've never been the biggest fan of her. So hopefully she changes that perspective going forward this season. But I also have her pretty high ranked in my draft picks. So it's one of those situations. I'm very intrigued as to she's got to do a lot different this season to be around. Because at this point, she's the biggest target in the game right now.
Going in, I think she's definitely one of the top 3 targets going in.
And one of the other bigger targets is going to be someone like Cassandra and Ika. Anyone that has a big personality needs.
Or even Kevin. Kevin was another strategist in the game, and so he's got a.
And everybody knows he's a poker player.
But
I don't think people are going to look at Ika as a huge target.
I think Ika's going to be in jury this time, at least.
I think so too. I agree.
But she isn't who's next.
That's right. So
I'm going in order from the website. So
basically, to sum it up, Netta's got a lot of work to do.
Netta's got a lot of work to do, and hostess number 3 is one of my faves, Kevin.
This year, I'm going all in. Let's go. Let's play. I'm back, baby. My name is Kevin Martin. I'm 24 years old, and I am a professional poker player. I've done some awesome things since Season 3 of Big Brother Canada. I'm traveling the world, playing live events, big buy-ins. I was just in LA for the Poker Awards, living a cool lifestyle. It's fun, it's in the moment, it's spontaneous, it's beautiful. The highlight of my season was walking in the doors. It was a dream come true. Not many people ever get to play Big Brother, and I thankfully was one of them. You are making history. Epic. Canada, you guys will be on my side. I got 9th place in my season. Nominated multiple times. I won 4 competitions. Yeah, we won!
Kevin, you are the new HOH.
I had a showmance. I had a gate flirtmance. You're so comfy. I was really kind of a hot mess in the Big Brother Canada house in Season 3.
Kevin, you have been evicted.
Oh, I can't get over that I went home in the triple eviction. Triple eviction is a fresh wound that is just super, super, it's raw, it's sore, you know? Something I think about way too often. To have a second chance in the Big Brother Canada house means everything. This is an opportunity to sew that wound shut. You're going to be doing some more kissing today? Last time I just kind of fell in love. I really fell for Pilar. I love you so much. Huey and I lived together for a long time. We had a fantastic relationship. Things didn't work out in the end. When I play this game this year, no showmance. I want to rewrite Kevin Martin's history as soon as I walk in. People have seen me play before. They know that I'm a physical and mental threat. I can't hide that this time. My cards are exposed. This time I just have to be honest about what I bring to the table, and hopefully other power players will want to use that. This is a shot at redemption. I want to prove myself. I want to prove to Canada that I can play an excellent Big Brother game.
Is he going to play an excellent Big Brother game this second time around?
I think so.
The first time he played, he was definitely the person I wanted to win. And this time, he's definitely my favorite veteran to enter the house so far. Yeah, I hope he plays a good game. I really hope that he learned from his mistakes from the first season. And I really hope he plays differently. Because he has so much potential to be a great strategic player. And we already know he's a good social player. I think
he has potential to be one of like the greats at the game itself.
You know what? That triple really screwed him over. It really did. I feel like he would have gotten further had it not been for that twist.
I agree. I mean, the triple eviction, who thought that would ever happen? And it really caught the house guests off guard, but at the same time, did it really catch them off guard? Because they installed those couches way too early.
Well, I find it kind of funny that 2 of the vets going into the game, their games are cut short due to that triple in the same day. So it'd be interesting to see if Bruno and Kevin try working together.
That'd be awesome. That'd be pretty cool, I think.
Because I think Bruno's got the social game. But Kevin's the all-around strategy dude. Like, I can see him and Netta going far together because they can both work to feed off each other.
If Netta and him could work together, they could get to the final.
Guaranteed. I think so.
And that is exactly why they're both probably 2 of the people that have the biggest target on their back going into the game.
Yep. Those will be 2 of the 3 people I think would have the biggest targets.
But I definitely feel like if you're going into Big Brother, you need to if this is your second go, you need to adjust your strategy. It's not going to work every single time because people are going to go back and watch your season and know how you play.
You're right, and exactly that. And it's funny because with the vets, it's like they all know how they play. So it's like you really have to consider, like, are they going to band together or are they going to target each other?
That's actually a good question. Like, I always felt like if I was ever a Big Brother house guest and had the opportunity to return and I got stuck in a house with someone like Emmett, I wouldn't want him around long.
Because you know he's charming and a comp beast.
A comp beast, charming. He can wrap anyone around his little fingers, so why would I want him around? So it's kind of like the same situation with Kevin. He's got to really, like, tone down and let some of the bigger personalities that are going back in dig their own grave so he can stay around longer. And that's what worries me about Netta, because Netta is going to go guns to the wall, and that's going to just make her an easy target early
I think
on.
she's just going to have a reckless beginning. I think it's going to...
Train wreck central, here we go.
Oh God, prepare for it, because the train's leaving the station house.
Oh
I think Netta's going to go hard, really hard at the beginning, because she knows. I think she knows that she needs to. She has to. If she doesn't win, she's automatically going to be, I think, one of the bigger targets. She'll go up every week when she's gone.
And I definitely think, like, with the bets going in, they're going to have, the newbies have a little bit more of an advantage in that aspect, just because nobody's onto them yet. Nobody knows their game yet.
Exactly.
I wonder who's going to want the first HOH more, the returning players or the veterans?
I think the returning players need...
I mean, the returning players
they
or the
need
newbies?
it. They need it.
The returning players?
They will fight.
If they're smart, they need it. But...
You know what's funny?
They might not want it either.
You know how normally the first HOH everyone throws it, but I think this one there's a lot of people that are going to actually go for it.
Yep.
And that's what's going to make it fun to watch for those that get to go to the taping and those that have the opportunity to, like, it's going to make great TV.
I can't wait. I'm so stoked. It's so exciting. It's going to be an instant premiere, that's for sure.
Yeah, because we don't even know, like, what the twist is right now.
Nope.
The House is galactic. It's like a video game in space. It's what I'm getting from promos. So I'm intrigued to see how that's gonna play into effect as well.
Yeah. It's an Odyssey theme, I believe, is what they call it.
Odyssey.
Yeah.
It's very space, I know that. Okay. I think we're gonna moving through this quite quickly, which is nice. We are going to meet house guest number 4. We're on 4, right? 4. This one I'm not a huge fan of. Hopefully they can change my mind.
Hey, Canada. Bruno's back, baby. I'm 33 years old from Ottawa from Big Brother Canada Season 3. I have not lost my edge. You know, I've been in pure dad mode a little bit, but I tell you right now, man, this lion's hungry and he's coming to play. Family is everything to me. Good job, buddy. On my season, I won $5 grand. My son was born with clubfoot, and he needed to buy these special braces, and that money went straight towards it. He's very excited to get his new comfy boots in a couple of weeks. I am absolutely doing this for my kids. You know, the money that comes from this can help my kids in their future. That's what it's all about.
Congratulations, Bruno!
I made some big moves on my season. I used the power of veto to save Zach, which sent Kevin and Willow home.
Well, this guy's with Zach and Ashley now.
No, I'm not, Sarah. It's because you were coming for me. I think my temper was a big reason why I left the game. Don't talk like I'm a yearbook. I had a big fight with Sarah who ended up winning our season. I let my temper get the best of me. This time I'm going to keep it intact. Eviction night, Brittany had this big power.
Bruno, I've also nominated you.
I feel I deserve a second shot because I made it deep into the game. I made it 8 weeks without ever being nominated, and I got blindsided by a twist. Good job, guys. Have a good one. I want to come out on top. I want to be the winner. I want that title. I want that prize. That's how I want to rewrite my history. I want to be known as the winner of Big Brother Canada.
All right.
I think Bruno is probably the most loyal returning player. I think I hope Kevin ends up aligning himself with them early on in the game.
I think that would probably be a smart move.
So Bruno, I wasn't all that excited to see return. I felt like someone else could have been in his spot that I would have preferred to see. That being said, he is great at competitions. He wins when he needs to, but is it going to be enough this time? I really think that last year, his last go round, his temper was what ended up costing him being there. Because had he not gotten into that fight with Sarah, I guarantee he probably could have went a little further in the season.
I think you're right. I think that Bruno's temper is what got him out eventually, of course. So if he can keep calm and remember while he's in there, and of course when you're in there,
it's
a lot of things are going on.
It's a high pressure situation for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But if he can keep that in the back of his mind, like keep calm, cool, and collected, don't freak out, don't have a huge brawl with any other house guest. The second you blow your top, you instantly become a target.
Which Bruno already recognizes that was his downfall, was his anger.
Yeah.
So he recognized it already. So hopefully he learns from his mistakes.
That's the best thing about being a returning second chance person is that you have the ability to then go in, learn from your mistakes, and hopefully not repeat history.
Yep. I think we're going to see a really cool final two alliance right from the very beginning of the game, and I think Bruno's going to be a part of that.
Yeah, I think they're going to keep in mind, like, because obviously all these vets, they've seen all these seasons. They know a lot of them in real life too, I can imagine. So there's already
they're all good friends. It's like a dysfunctional family.
I think we're going to see either Kevin and Bruno or Dallas and Bruno.
I'm very intrigued by Dallas, but he's not up yet. Oh my goodness. I really just I hope that he does learn from those mistakes that he made past seasons. And I'm really I kind of, as much as I love I love to see newbies, I'm kind of hoping a vet wins the game. So to do that, they've got a lot of obstacles in their way. And especially in Big Brother Canada, it's definitely expect the unexpected, because there could be a quad eviction or quadruple. We don't know what's coming down the pipeline. And that's what...
Usually when returning players come into the game, like for the American version, I feel like there's always a returning player, a veteran that I want to win, but not.
I always kind of hope for the newbie too at the same time.
Yeah, with Big Brother Canada, with the people they brought back, I can't say I want any of them to win.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, there's actually two newbies that seem pretty interesting to me.
I actually have a few newbies I'm interested in as well. So I'm not exactly pro vet and I'm not exactly pro newbie. I'm very intrigued by it. I definitely think, but had I been picking, some of these people aren't the returnees I would like.
Although that's how I feel too. But if Bruno does align himself with either Dallas or Kevin, that would be very interesting, and it might change my perspective a little bit. And I might actually want to root for those two if they do decide to align with each other somehow. But other than that, I think I want a newbie to win this year.
I don't know. I'm keeping an open mind, and I'm trying to stay neutral, because it's hard when you already know people going into the game you want to root for. But you don't know how great these newbies will be. Someone could go in there and be the next Dan Gleason. Who knows?
There could be someone on that cast right now that may have this in the bag, and we just don't know it yet.
Exactly. So I'm trying to keep my head level and try to keep an open mind. Of course, it's exciting to see the vets go in, and you have your favorites, and you have the people, and you know how they play, so you're rooting for these people. But let's not. I think we should probably keep in mind that there are newbies, and who knows what will happen with them. So
I kind of agree on that sense. On that sense, here comes host guest number 4. Do. Hopefully we see more of...
Can I see the word bitch? Okay. So, hey Canada, the bitch is back. I'm Aiko Wong, and I'm from season 2. There are people who went a lot further than me, but you think of season 2, you think of Aiko Wong. Aiko Wong listens to nobody but Aiko Wong. And nobody wants to hear you either! I just have one of those faces where it's just a little bit scary. I actually didn't know that I rolled my eyes that much. Nobody ever told me that you roll your eyes all the time. I think it's just like a part of me.
That was my letter.
My iconic moment on the show was when I shredded everyone's letters. You're an ass.
You're so...
Absolutely not. I do not regret shredding their letters. They deserved it. They were backdooring me. Goodbye, good riddance to you. It's my proudest moment because I know I did the right thing. Oh my god. I was already in the block. So the nerve of them to cry that I'm shredding their precious little letters when they're sending me home. Like, I want a second chance because I left that house way too soon. I feel like I could have been one of the great players. I'm not going to go out without a fight. If you guys thought the letter shredding was a fight, you haven't seen anything yet.
Aika.
Can I start this one?
Go. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'm trying to say unbiased, but I love Aika's personality. I think she's wonderful. However, she needs to tone it down. She needs to, or she's going to be an early go. She's going to be an early boot. She's known for who she is, which is great. Personality, like everyone knows Aika. Everyone knows the shredding the letters. But Aika, if you don't calm down, you need to keep cool. Her personality, her fire, and her sass will be her downfall if she doesn't keep that in mind.
The thing about Aika is her expressions say it all.
Yes.
She doesn't have a poker face. I love her, and I love her personality. I'm so glad they brought her back.
She will bring the heat. She will. I think I'm most excited to see Aika play this season.
Part of me thinks Dallas and Aika are going to butt heads a little bit in the season, and I would love to see that.
That would be amazing. Well, think of it this way. You've got Dallas, you've got Cindy, and you've got Aika. You've got 3 little confidants, little hotheads. So it'll be really interesting to see if the claws come out this season.
And with Aika, she is known for that letter shredding. I would have done it. Bitch was going home anyway.
I would have done it too, to be honest.
Yeah, I think everyone is on the same page when it comes to that. I think even the players inside the house, I don't think they really care too much about what she did in her first season.
And I think, like, if there's any, like, super fans on the newbie side of things, they'll know that's what she's famous for.
Yep.
That's why she's back.
Mm-hmm.
And she's one of those players again. She needs to tone it down, or she's going to be an early boot.
Absolutely.
Is she really a threat, though? I don't feel like she would win in Final 2, no matter how well she plays, actually.
She's one of those, like, goats. So, like...
I don't know. I feel like she'll go far. I feel like The only thing that will keep her from being evicted early is if she's able to manage herself. Just if she needs to be less Aika for at least the first half of the game.
But can you be less Aika when that is who you are on the outside?
That's true, and that's why I don't know. Like,
she's one of those house guests that's her personality on the outside is very similar to her personality inside the game.
Absolutely.
Like, you didn't see much of a difference between when she left and how she interacts on social media compared to how she was in the house. They're very much the same. There's no game Aika. It seems like it's all Aika Wong 24/7.
Well, I feel like I don't remember Aika being the strongest strategist in her season. I remember her strictly for her entertainment value and her personality and her arguments and fights and sass and eye rolling. So that's the Aika that I know. So if she has maybe sat down, talked to herself about, becoming more of a strategist, and if she can change the way she plays, then I feel like she can go further. But again, it's her personality. So because of that, and I do think she'll have an early blow up, especially with all those people in the house. The more people, the more chances of an argument and going crazy. So I feel like she might still be an early boot.
Well, I don't feel like she'll be voted out first, or voted out early though.
No, there's a really early boot already on my eyesight.
Yeah, I don't feel like she's gonna be early though, just because people are only looking at her for her personality, not as a physical threat, not as a social threat, not as a strategic threat.
She did have a little bit of a social game. I remember in the first few weeks of Big Brother Canada Season 2, her and Netta in the backyard were scheming.
Right, but
Netta, does that mean Netta is in there with her? Are they going to team up again?
Anything is possible this season. Especially the earlier seasons, season 1 and 2, it's been a few years now, so they might have changed their gameplay. Knowing Netta, I'm sure Netta probably has some sort of plan going. Okay, so my question is, do the vets know that there are other vets, or do they think they're the only ones?
So as far as I know right now, they do not know there's other veterans because Cassandra,
I think they would assume it though.
Cassandra,
there's no way you think you're the only one.
Cassandra thought in her ET Canada interview, I'll try to see if I can find the clip and insert it into this, but she was kind of she had said, I hope there's not other veterans in the house.
So she didn't, I can't imagine they would tell.
No, it'll be a shock, I think.
Yeah. Well, I know it'll be really interesting. I don't know who's gonna go with who. I feel like the strategists, because the strategists, they want to be top dog. They want to be in control of their game at all times. So I feel like it'll be harder for the strategists to work with the strategists because they're gonna want two different things, and only one of them can be right. So I feel like they might pair up with different people.
That could be the case. I guess all is fair in this game right now. We don't know how they're going to react when they find out that they're in the house together. And that's what's going to make this so much fun, I think.
Who do you think's entering the house first, the vets or the newbies?
I'm wondering if they're going to
They might do the noobs first and then bring the vets in after.
Yeah.
To see the reaction that the noobs make when only half of them go in.
Yeah. They'll be like, oh, there's only 8 of us. Where is everybody? And then Big Brother's like, ha ha ha.
Surprise.
We have a surprise
I think it'd be pretty cool if the first competition was in endurance, so first HOH. I think it is.
It usually is.
Yeah, usually. It'd be really cool if I think the vets came in the house first.
Send them into the backyard.
Had them in the backyard, set up in the competition, and then they wait a while, whatever. Then the newbies come in, and they're introducing each other to each other, and then they go out to the backyard for the competition.
They open the shutter, and there are the 8 vets waiting.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome.
TV moment. That would be priceless.
Because everyone would be like, okay, there's 8 of us, and we're about to start a competition, so what's going on, right? And then they go into the backyard and see the vets, and they're like,
oh shit.
It's pretty crazy.
And I definitely I feel like for the first little while, it could be very split, newbies versus vets. Like, that is a strong possibility at the moment, I feel like.
So, my thoughts on because it's so easy to go into like which vet's going to work with which vet, but the newbies, do you think the newbies are going to stick together because of the vets? Do you think that they're going to be like, I know this person and how they play the game, I need to work with that vet? Like, what do you think?
I definitely think everybody has kind of a struggle going into it, but we don't even know. Like, they could literally be getting split up too.
Yeah.
Like, an interesting twist is they could be forced to work with. They're gonna they could easily go and pair a vet with a newbie, and do it like a duo kind of theme.
Mm-hmm. Totally, they could do that.
So it's we have
kind of like that couples twist they had
where they're
the US.
stuck to the person.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't like that idea though. Just because it forces you to play the game with someone,
And we know what that does to you.
Sorry?
We know what that does to you. I've experienced being forced to work with someone I didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Here is host guest number. We're almost out of vets, but here is.
People don't give me the credit that I deserve. I can play harder than anybody that's ever walked through those doors. And I will. What's up, Canada? Dally Boy is back! My name is Dallas Cormier. I'm from Big Brother Canada Season 4. Let the games begin! I was in the Big Brother Canada house. I had a girlfriend, but she seen me in bed with Kelsey and Cassandra. I come home to an empty apartment. The car's gone. She was gone. And then the job that I had for 6 years, I got laid off. It seemed like as soon as I got evicted, it was like the beginning of the end. But, you know, everything happens for a reason. Well, I came back down to Grand Manan. I found a really good job, lobster fishing. It's a rush. You're out there in the middle of the Bay of Fundy, and all you can see is water. You're working 16 hours a day, nonstop. But I was working with my best friend. I start getting into shape. You know, I'm single. So everything's looking up for Big Easy. The biggest mistake that I made last year was I aligned with people too early. You know, Levita, Shari, Ramsey, Maddie. Those guys didn't have the best intentions for me like I had for them.
I purely did this for us.
Oh my God, there's no way you can say that with a straight face. So this time around, I think I'm definitely going to try to get to really know who these people are, really see if they're a truthful person, and that's who I want to line myself up with. If you're on my team, I'll ride or die with you 100%. Having the opportunity to play again, I'm very excited. I feel like I didn't reach my full potential last time I played. I was the 4th person evicted. No lottie-dottie, but I know that I can go to the end of this game. Making his way to the center! I definitely want to play a little more cool, calm, and collected, but I can't hide my emotion. Yeah, I don't like blood, brother. People were saying I was a little hot-headed. Well, they didn't see nothing yet. That boy's here for the W, baby.
Let's go. I hope. Oh my God, dude, I'm so excited for Dallas. I didn't like him as a player the first season he played. I honestly wanted him out, but now that he's coming back, I'm actually excited for him to come back for some reason. And I think it's because he's not afraid to speak his mind, which is pretty awesome.
Which in that case can also get you in trouble.
Yeah,
I know, that's why I'm excited for it.
But I definitely despised Dallas last season. And this season he may have won me over a little bit.
That's how I feel.
I don't know how I feel about Dallas. I didn't like him last season. I don't think I'm gonna like him this season. Not personally, but gameplay. I just think he's too much of a hot mess. Like he's the male Ica. He really is. They're both hotheads.
And that's why it'll be fun if they fight each other.
But I do feel like Dallas would be more loyal. I think Dallas is going to be a loyal person. And you're right. I think Bobby, I think Dallas and Bruno, they could end up working together because they're both loyal, right? And they're both. So, but I think Dallas needs to tone it down. I appreciate people that speak their mind, but in Big Brother, you have to know when to speak and when not to. And I don't think Dallas has that ability. But we'll see if he can learn his lesson.
Part of me thinks Gary and Dallas are also going to butt heads pretty bad.
Oh my god. That'll be fun to watch too. I'm looking forward to a possible Gary meltdown on Slop again.
Oh my god, that would literally bring me life. Like, I will die of happiness. That was the funniest, I think one of the funniest moments in the entire show. I watch it sometimes just for fun.
Yeah, I mean, also my thoughts are too Dallas seems to not be a fat slob anymore, and with that, he might actually be a little bit better at challenges because he seems to be more fit, more in shape.
Yeah,
he may prove to be a bit of a comp beast coming around this time around.
Yeah, I feel like he will. Well, he did pretty well in competitions in his season anyway, but I feel like now he might. He's a new Dallas, but physically, I don't know about personality-wise or gameplay, but I guess we'll find out.
I'm very interested to see what's going to happen with him, but he's also one of those people. He needs to keep the temper in check, or he is going to be an early boot, or he could even be a early jury boot.
You know what's funny? I can totally see him and Ica just butting heads all the time.
And then Ica's eye roll will come into play.
Oh yes, exactly. I think I'm more excited for this season than any season before. I'm not gonna lie.
I definitely feel like they upped the casting. Everything this season feels organic, and I'm very excited to see what twists they're gonna bring to us. I know, we're a twist-heavy country, so I know they're not going in with an easy fight ahead of them.
No.
And so I'm very intrigued to see how everything is gonna play out. And the next house guest that we're gonna talk about, I'm very interested to see if her forte into strategic orgs and stuff is going to help or destroy her gameplay in
with Dallas. What I feel is that a lot of players are going to remember how he was the first season, and I feel like he's going to make it very far based on the fact that, well, we all know how the newbies are, how they're thinking, but maybe they're thinking, oh, he'll be an easy person to target later on, just because of his personality. So
well,
they're going
to are the newbies going to recognize him from his season? Because he doesn't look the same.
Oh, yeah.
I barely recognize him.
Yeah.
So that's interesting to note as well.
That's all I have to say about Dallas. It's literally that's it.
And bye, Felicia. That's how you feel about Dallas.
No, I don't dislike Dallas. I just didn't like his gameplay.
He was obnoxious. He was
like the typical college douche that was just
But he was
yeah, I'm Dallas. Yeah, fuck yeah, big DG. What? I don't know. That and
that's gonna get on.
Is that he stood up for people and he spoke his mind. I appreciate that, but I don't know. I don't think Dallas is gonna win. I don't want Dallas to win.
I don't feel like he'll win either.
But who knows? He might have had a change of heart again.
He might surprise us.
He might surprise us. You never know. But yeah, we'll see.
Going forward, he's someone to watch, but I'm not like all eyes on Dallas right now.
No. It'd be really interesting to see how he goes this game this season.
All these like shuffling cards.
I think that they definitely brought him in for an entertainment factor, and I think productions will be very surprised if he ends up playing a strategic game, a very strategic game.
I would be surprised.
I would.
He could underestimate me. Or I'm underestimating him.
I think that based on like the 8 people going in, there seems to be a mixture of entertainers, strategists, and then just
hot mess,
famous, you know, people,
train wrecks,
the hot messes, so to speak.
And nobody was like hot mess. I was strictly annoyed by our next house guest, but she has won me over a little bit. Let's talk about Cindy. Let's watch her video.
Guess who's back? Cindy with an S is going to get a second chance with a giant S. Or is it this way? I don't know which way it is. Since leaving the Big Brother Canada house, I've been extremely busy. I still compete in beauty pageants, both internationally and nationally, and I now dance for an NBA minor league dance team. When I played in season 3,
I'm Cindy with an S.
I'm Cindy with an S.
I'm Cindy with an S.
My game, in my opinion, was horrendous. Honestly, as much as I like Kevin, I know he's not going to help my game. I never checked the bathroom before I started a conversation.
I just had to go pee. Nice conversation.
I think that caused a lot of people to see me in a different light, but I never gave up. In order to dethrone King Zach at the time, I need to get rid of his fake knight, which was Jordan. So unfortunately, I had to flip the house around on my own showmance. I vote to evict Jordan.
Godfrey, you are safe.
Wow, I am shocked. I'm stunned.
I feel like doing that big move made an impression on Canada, so I think I deserve a second chance because if I can do that in 1 week, imagine what I can do in 4, 6, or maybe the entire 10 weeks time. I want to have this opportunity to really show you what I can do. Cindy with an S is rewriting her history in this house by using a capital S, telling everyone to stay out of my sassy way because I'm going to win.
She annoyed me. As a Big Brother player, I did not like her until she fought her way back into the house. And when she fought her way back into the house, that's when I gained a little bit more respect for her as a Big Brother player.
Do you honestly think she actually fought her way in? That challenge was set up for her to win.
I mean, I think she did. Because I think, like, if I was in that competition, I would be able to last a long time.
But, like, look who she was up against. Risha stood no chance. Greg stood no chance. Johnny may have had a chance. And Neha didn't really have a chance either. That competition was made for someone small and someone that could stand their own at it. So I don't feel like she won. Like she won her way back in, but did she really? It's kind of how I feel about that.
I think she did. I like those competitions are planned months and months in advance, so there's no way they would have been able to know it was. You know, I think it's coincidence that it was perfect for her to win, But yeah, I think that she deserved to win. You could tell the blood, sweat, and tears she put in that comp. So I feel like she deserved to go back in. I didn't like her at first either, and the same thing as you, Bobby. She changed my opinion of her in the latter half of the game. So I'm excited that Sydney's back. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really excited to see her play. I hope she does well. If she can keep herself in check, because she's a little bit overconfident, and she also speaks her mind and has a bit of a temper. Quite a few temperamental people there this season, so it'd be interesting to see which one of them blows her top first.
It feels a little like it's set up for someone to like erupt right away.
Yeah, it's just a matter. We should really
like the personalities.
Blows up first.
I feel like a lot of final two alliances are going to arise right off the start. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think Cindy and Kevin may actually align with each other.
That'd be good.
And Bruno and Dallas, and something's telling me Ika and Gary.
Yeah.
I think I think Ika could keep Gary's personality in check a little bit.
Yeah, and Gary can be her saving grace if she starts losing it.
But so my thing with Cindy, I'm very curious because we know she just played Sequester.
Yes.
And she did it 2 times, I believe. Was that practice? Was that her testing out new strategy for possibly getting back inside the Big Brother house? And I'm very curious to see if what she learned from playing Sequester, if it's going to actually affect her game when she gets in the Big Brother Canada house.
Yeah, I don't see her changing too much. Cindy, just like Ika is Ika, Gary is Gary, Cindy is Cindy. So the only thing I could see her possibly changing is maybe she's thought through a different strategy for this. So whether or not she can follow through with that, really, I guess we'll have yet to see.
I'm intrigued. She's sassy, honest, and spontaneous, and I think it could get her in trouble.
But lucky for her, I think, having Dallas in there, and even like other players like Ika, Dallas, they're also very bright personalities, so she might not outshine so much as she did in the first season. You know what I mean? Because she was the most vibrant.
There, and then she's going into this season, and there's bigger personalities.
Exactly. That's my point. Yes.
And there could be that fight for the camera time.
Yep. Absolutely.
Which could lead to over-strategizing and an early boot.
I feel like that situation where Kevin was in the bathroom and Cindy was talking, I feel like that's almost going to bond them.
It might.
Season. I feel like in a weird way.
No, it totally could. It really what I'm curious to see is with some of these returnees that have multiple people from their season, are you going to see a season 2 alliance with Netta and Ika and Bruno? Oh no, he was season 3. Sorry, but are you going to see those duo relationships because of past relationships because they played the game together last time?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
I think it helps.
It's definitely going to help build those trust issues.
Mm-hmm.
True. But you also have to remember as well that they're all there. There could only be one winner.
They all want redemption. So they're going to...
They could be the best of friends, but if they're there, if one of them is there, then they have to go, right? So... But I think initially at the very beginning, I feel like they might start working together. I feel like some of the alliances will be tested throughout the mid-season, but I think that they will.
I'm not saying that it's going to be right to the end or whatever, but I could see those relationships from past seasons.
Yes.
Season 3 has a solid trio in the house right now, going in with Kevin, Bruno, and
Cindy.
So that's a solid 3. And not like, I think they'll eventually start picking each other off. But I could see them working together and keeping it going for a little while throughout the season.
Based on the fact that they've already spent a long period of time together, and they know how they, you know, if that were me and I was in a season, let's say the three of us were in a season together, I would take that as an opportunity because we already know each other well enough that we can work out our differences and work together and build that trust again. So
That's what
I
I'm
would
thinking
take
could
that as an
happen.
opportunity until it was time to say, bye, Jordan, bye, girl. Then I'd be like, you know, but I think that it would be smart to at least attempt some form of an alliance with people that you know. But I think the newbies have an advantage this season. I think they both have their advantages. I think the newbies have the advantage of nobody knowing who they are or how they play. So they literally, they're free agents.
Yeah, because the vets they're at a disadvantage right now.
Right. The vets are at a disadvantage with that, but they are also at an advantage that they know the other players and they know who they can and shouldn't work with. So I think that will be a bit of an advantage for the vets.
You know what would make for a really crazy twist? This is just like thinking. I was just thinking about this. This would make a crazy twist, I think, if they had two separate HOHs.
One has to be a newbie and one has to be the vet.
Yep, and the veteran HOH has to put up one veteran player for nomination. The returnees has the returning or not returning.
That sounds very similar to what happened in Big Brother 18.
The newbie HOH has to put up one newbie player, and then they all vote at the end of the week.
So like that nominees.
Sorry?
Your nominees?
Mm-hmm. Two nominees. The veteran player who wins HOH gets to put up one veteran player.
Oh, okay, so they have to put up a vet.
And then the newbie has to put up a newbie.
Yeah, the only thing that could really, I think, make that difficult specifically is the fact that if that were the case and they're already split, then the vets are going to work with the vets, the noobs are going to work with the noobs, and there won't be anything between.
Yeah.
Until it comes to time where you need more people to vote.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, it would be an interesting theory, for sure.
Let's talk about Cassandra. Here's her video. Buffering.
Do I think I'm one of the best players that's ever played Big Brother Canada? For sure. Watch your backs, Canada, because I'm back. I'm ready to win this season. The show I want it all about me. It's the Cassandra Show. I'm Cassandra Champar. I'm 23 years old. I'm a sales and marketing manager in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Since I've left the Big Brother Canada house, life has been amazing. I have a serious career. I'm really settled in my life back in Winnipeg. So coming back into the house is so exciting. It's a dream come true. I deserve a second chance because I really believe that I played the best game in my season. I was so close to the win, and it was just taken away from me in a blink of an eye. We are going to have to say goodbye to Cassandra today.
We love you, Cass.
Cassassinators. But this year that won't happen. Can't get too comfortable in this game. I'm going to play the exact same game I did last season. Hashtag betches. I lied when I had to. You don't go up on the back. You're good. Chill. I fake pride when I had to. I just want you to know that despite everything that's happened in this game, that we can still be friends. Yeah, I'm going to definitely have to bring out those manipulation skills to make people believe all my lies. I'm just here to win. Will I backstab this season? Absolutely, I will. I think I'm a villain, but people love a villain. People that watch Big Brother Canada don't want that little angel that was there to make friends and not hurt anyone's feelings. I don't know where you think you are, but you should go somewhere else. I'm in there to play Big Brother Canada. and to win. Hope that I make all the Assassinators proud. Bitch.
Oh
She's another player I didn't like at the very beginning, but she kind of grew on me.
She grew on you from her gameplay because she was iconic.
Yeah, I started off not disliking her, but I didn't really think she'd go far. And I thought I prejudged her gaming abilities, and she really, really grew on me. And I think she played, and she's not wrong. I think she played the best game of her season. I think she did. At least one of the top 3 people. Like, she was fantastic in that game. She did what she needed to do. So I feel like, and she said she's going to play the same game. I think she will. I think she will play the same game.
I feel like playing the same game that you just played is a mistake.
True. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
I mean, Dan played a lot of the same type of game as he did in Season 10 and 14, and it worked out for him.
But she's known for having a stellar social game, and I think that could be a downfall in the end.
I can see her and Netta working together.
I can see that being a power duo together.
And I can also see a Cass and Gary duo.
But with Cassandra and say a Cassandra and Netta duo, I think it would be like a power struggle between the two, and I don't necessarily think it would work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because they'd both be like, I'm in charge. No, I'm in charge. It would be one of those situations where it's going back and forth and ends up costing them the game.
Yeah, it'd be kind of awkward. It'd be like watching, well, it wouldn't be like watching Dr. Will and Dan but team up, but just imagine that it'd just be awkward to watch.
Because one's good at competitions and the other one's good at social.
Cass, I would say, is the social strategist.
Absolutely, because she couldn't win a comp to save her life. She needed Daddy last year to win that HOH.
Yeah. I feel like her and Netta are the closest in terms of gameplay in the house.
And that's why they'll probably go head to head.
But I feel like Netta's will have a stronger target.
Yeah, I would say that. Netta is just one of those players that we've met. She's a threat.
Cass is more...
Same situation. If I was in the house with her, I would want her gone.
Yeah, I would too. I think she'd be the first one I'd go for if it were me. But
I'd do everything I could to get on her nerves.
I would hate to see, if I was in the house, I would hate for, if I was a vet, I would hate to be the first boot. Oh my god, that would be the worst.
Oh yeah, that would suck really bad.
I would not be a fan.
There was a Survivor player, I can't think of her name, but I think she played the game twice and got voted out first both times.
Oh, that's awful. Poor girl.
Can't think of her name though.
That is sad. I've been first boot. I don't like it. I can just imagine if I was a vet and had to be first boot.
Nobody wants to.
So out of the vets, who are we thinking we need to watch?
We need to watch what?
Who's out of the vets? Who's gonna? We can't have all 8 of them going to jury.
I think in order for any of them to win, majority of the jury has to be vets. So that's the first thing. I think if a majority is newbies, it's instantly. If there's a vet in the final 2, they're not going to win. Doesn't matter how good they played. I just feel like, looking at the cast, that's how it's going to play out. So.
But that depends. It depends on how many vets are in the jury.
Yeah,
and
so that's what
will the vets vote based on being a vet, or will they vote based on
strategy?
What if the next? What if one of the newbies is, plays a meta game and makes it to the end? Who knows? There's so many different outcomes and scenarios and variables.
I'm done talking about vets. Let's talk about these newbies. Let's